Hello, happy Monday, and welcome back to City Skylines. Taking a look here, it's gotten rainy. Since our last game, since our last session, we've earned a little bit of money, mostly running cinematic camera for the outro and the intro. We did set up Orsum District here. Let's take a look and see how that's doing. I know that we had some cars having trouble getting turned around. One thing I'd like to do is take a look at the traffic routes for some of these streets, not the power lines, the street. So we have a lot of people going all the way around. Purple coming in, stopping here, stopping here. Purple is private vehicles. Those are people going to work. So people going to work are coming in and getting right where they need to be and stopping. That's good. Trucks, however, let's see. Do they have many stops? Looks like they do. They come in, they turn out, and they go. This truck that's coming the long way down the road here, where's that coming from? Let's see if we can isolate it. I'm not sure if we can, but maybe we'll allow for some more outlets here off the other side of the hill. But until then, we do have some utility issues out here. In this case, the garbage pickup. Maybe we should just go ahead and place another facility out here. Landfill, recycling center. Where did we land before? We do still have landfill here. How full is that? Currently operating normally, 96% full. Okay, so we're going to need to do something about that soon anyway. But we haven't unlocked the incineration plant yet. We're only about 300 people moving into the city away from unlocking the incineration plant, but we're going to have to place another landfill. Let's place one out here, kind of off of this highway. That way it can service the mine area as well. Let's just make a little... This is a highway. Oh, we have a new mod. This will be helpful. Electrics mods lets you select a road and immediately grab the exact same type. So this was a 2-lane highway. Good to know. So we don't want to use that exact same type for this utility road. Let's just make this a standard 2-lane road for now. And we don't want to necessarily pollute right here either. Let's make it off this side of the river. We'll bring it back about 4 blocks. Interesting ambient music. And we'll place another landfill right out here so it can service the ore district, and any excess from that can jump right onto the highway and come in and help the city. So let's make sure that they have water and electricity. Will be interesting in just a moment here. Let's skip that track. Sounds like a volcano on an alien planet. Okay, we can tap into this. Let's bring it up and over. That's good. Now, do we have trucks? We do. Okay, we can unpause. So we have some garbage trucks leaving. 3 out of 15 in use. Some will start heading this way. Maybe all of them. Which will be fine. Oh. Good, okay. So now we have full demand on residential, so we can go just about anywhere we'd like. Let's take a look all around here. This northern area here is interesting, and it is still not too far away from from the main city, so any individual things that we can't expand on just yet, like education, they can still kind of drive across to the other side of the highway to get to that. So they're still looking for raw materials. Okay, we'll come back to this industry here. They're doing okay. Just one person has a complaint. A little bit of crime up here. Several small things in the city, but nothing widespread. Just on the outskirts, and they seem to be solved over time, which means that we're probably just a little under where we need to be in coverage, because it's taking just a little bit longer for, say, garbage trucks to get to places, or for police to get to that house that had a robbery, or in that case it was a forestry farm. Alright, so what we'll do here, let's rotate. We'll build in this area here to the north of town, and I think we want to come off of this circle, but we may want to do something more interesting than just having this circle here. We're going to start seeing a lot more traffic if we build down here, and we're going to want to connect to both of these hubs. We want this one to be a better intersection. Now let's take a look at some of our other options. We're going to have 4 directions. It's going to need to go off towards the city, off towards the highway, and off towards the mines, but also down here. Let's take a look at some of our mod options here. Ooh, no. That has pedestrian walkways. That might be interesting later. This is a 6-lane. This is a 3-way highway. So this is an interesting one. This is a piece I picked up recently that has a better split coming off of a highway, but no, we may just go with a standard 4-way roundabout. Or do we want to continue the highway over? This isn't too much different than what we already have, though. Indecisive on this one. Thought we had more, but no. Or do we? Yes, there we go. So this is almost exactly what we have, only it's 2 highways coming in. Excuse me, 2 highways coming in and 3 normal roads coming off. We'll keep that one in mind. Big 5-way star, 4-way clover. Many of these are Trumbo intersections that I subscribed to a long time ago. Timbo. Oh, hey. Thanks for the follow. Still indecisive, though. I think we will go back to that one that we were looking at just a moment ago. And actually, let me pull up the list here. I want to start getting in the habit of thanking people by name. Shane. Thanks again. Yeah, let's go with this one. No, I'm already second guessing myself. Like I said, it's not too much different than what we already have. Let's do this. Let's continue the highway over, and then we'll have the highway kind of stop for a moment. I know that we're going to want to continue the highway well up over into the ore area. What do I think about PewDiePie? I used to watch PewDiePie quite a bit back when he did his Let's Play series that he was famous for. But recently have not been watching PewDiePie, mostly because I don't really go in for all the drama. Yeah, let's go ahead and stop time here and clear this out. There we go. may also want to go ahead and clear these trees. Yeah. Let's deselect that road. There we go. Just bulldoze those trees. And where did it go? I lost it. There it is. Okay. We'll go ahead and carry our usual over here. In fact, let's go ahead and back this up just a little bit more. I wish it had a better icon. There it is. And we'll line that up right in here. Get a little closer, because the circle can be closer to town. There we go. And let's connect it with the same type of road. So we'll use this mod here to select the same type of highway. And we'll go ahead and bring that in. Yeah, we'll give it a nice curve here in just a moment. And let's take this side over. Now, what we'll do here is we'll have the highway terminate with that piece that I grabbed before. Let's see if we can find it again here. There it is. So what we can do is pull this highway back. And connect them similarly right here. So that'll go in the same direction. There we go. So both of these highways, let's go ahead and get off of road mode here. Both of these highways will terminate here in this intersection. Now we will want to go in and tell these lanes that they're not allowed to U-turn. Because if they really wanted to U-turn, they could get off here on the circle. And then they will come off onto a 6-lane road here. Yeah, we'll do that for now. Now, we're not really going to use the 6-lane road for much. It will immediately turn into this 2-lane highway. But this piece allows for these 3 lanes to come into 3 even lanes here, and then they can merge. There we go. Let's use our move tool to kind of straighten some of this up. Let's spin around here and take a look. Let's grab that circle. Oh, we still have the marquee tool on. There we go. Bring that curve down. Alright, so now we can bring this road over and up onto the circle. Now, I think we'll want to upgrade this first. What do we have up here? This is the... Oh, let's turn off the move it tool. This type of road is the one-way, 2-lane road. I think I'll go ahead and change that into a one-way, 2-lane highway so that they flow more smoothly around here. And let's do a 2-way highway off. Now we might as well be fair and do 2 individual roads on and off. Fair to the traffic flow, because what's going to happen is they're going to curve up and on in this direction. But if we just had a road terminate right here directly onto the other road perpendicular, then they'll stop and turn a lot. And I'm hoping to avoid that. So let's have them come off, hopefully in this direction. Let's bring it down. And we'll straighten it out in just a moment. Actually, that needs to come up. There we go. And into here. So this should flow pretty well already. Let's clear up some of the bendiness so we can actually bring this up. Probably without too much hassle. And no, actually we do need to have it go. I had the curve wrong. Yeah, there we go. So we have on this curve though. No, undo. Got in my own head there for a moment. So they're going to come around the circle. If they want to get off, they get off here. And we want this to have a curve that's bendy enough that they just flow onto it without stopping to turn. And then to get on, they just go up and over. So let's unpause for a moment. Let's make sure we connected this, yeah. Let's unpause for a moment and kind of watch traffic. Just to see how they go. We may also just go ahead and give them a bypass here. If they're already getting onto the highway, yeah, let's just give them a split. Just right off of here. Let's do a multiple curve. Let's take a look at that. Stop and turn, yeah. Let's grab this and... Oh man, we gotta bring those away from each other a little bit. There we go. Yeah, they merge. Bring the curve in. A little elbowy here. A little bumpy, but they're going. I almost want to bring this up. And then this down. It doesn't really want to go. Now let's undo those. Yeah, this little squiggle here is a little weird, but they flow. Okay, let's see the other side. Are they merging well? They are, okay. Now, we do need to remember to take care of these lanes. Let's make sure that the intersection is actually all the way over here. Yeah, these lanes can only go straight. If you wanted to turn around, you should have done it way back. Yeah, and then those go straight. Yep, we're good. Perfect, okay. How are your services looking over here? Are we having more brownouts? Okay, our electricity availability is getting kind of low. We have saved up 80,000. So let's come in here and place a few more of our water turbines. 12,000. Let's place 2. Right there. It brings our availability back up into the green. You know what? Let me actually switch over to a different playlist. This ambient one is... it's alright, but... let's go with... nah, not jazz. Synthwave. Interesting start. Alright. Facility full. Okay, this is what I was expecting from earlier. Let's see, can we afford another? Probably. 4,000. So let's go ahead and place another. Just so that we have it running. The other one can't run while it's full. We don't want to tell it to empty just yet, though. we're going to get our incinerators before too long, but we have to get up to 7,000. We really need to start planning that neighborhood is what it is. So let's go ahead and similarly build something on this side that will let people off. Let's grab the kind of road that we were using on this side. There we go. This is just the standard 6-lane. We want to bring it down into this area here. What I'm thinking for a start, let's see, yeah, we have no natural resources here, so we really want this to be largely residential and commercial. I'm thinking we take residential up into this peninsula up here and see if we can make use of all this land value to make people very happy. So let's say we know that we're going to want a main road starting from about right here. It's going to curve. Now let's say we want it to actually come up and into this area here. There we go. Probably a little pricey. And let's go ahead and make sure that it can get on and off of the highway. So we'll do something similar. We'll take those standard on and off. Let's see. Take it from right here. And then back on up here. Okay. We'll do something a little bit better later. But that should work, though I do feel like they may turn. Yeah, see it has a... turn off this. So it has a right turn lane right here. I'm thinking that that may be an indicator that they may slow down. Not sure. We'll have to watch them. But yeah, so let's come on down here. Let's start prepping this area for a neighborhood. We kind of need to not work fast, but I want to go ahead and take care of it so they can start moving in while we're building other stuff. Let's give them some standard neighborhood roads. Now I think I actually want to give them trees. This will be a ritzy little neighborhood. So let's say we'll have that road convert into this kind as it comes down towards the point. We'll also have it come up. We'll come almost... let's check that out. Yeah, we'll come almost all the way over to the coast. And similarly, we'll bring it down here. So we'll operate off of this intersection for this neighborhood. Do you want to come that close? Sure, let's try it. If somebody gets flooded, then we can figure that out later. But what we'll do here then is we'll have another back road on this side. That's getting very close. Oh, it brought the land up. Perfect. Now these zonable areas that go into the water here, they may also bring the land up. I hope so, because if they don't, then yeah, they're going to have an extra jacuzzi in the backyard. A very large one. So let's see, that's about 2 blocks in. So about 2 blocks into this side, we'll do the same thing. We can't come out as far, but we'll bring it down to here. Man, that actually came up onto a hill. That's interesting. We'll see what that does. I'm thinking we will do a little extra neighborhood back here to take advantage of this coastline. So we'll bring a road up, road down, and you know what? We can connect this one. Just for a little extra traffic outlet. This one, though, we'll leave as a cul-de-sac. This one, too. We'll come up here, give them a little bit of space. We'll bring this up some. And utilizing the same intersection, we'll bring that down. Great. Alright, let's go ahead and bring some water up here. We already have water here. Let's go ahead and just bring it along the road. Bring it out. Bring it up. over. This one's a little messy. There we go. And we will want electricity. Electricity we may be able to bring up from the landfill area. Or from over here. Let's just cross. Let's grab our poles and let's cross the highway here. And we'll bring it over. And for now, we'll bring it along the road. Just sort of following the curve here. Up and around. We'll stop there. And let's go ahead and paint in our residential area. Let's just let anybody move in here. This whole area. We'll get some other neighborhoods in here, but I just wanted to kind of see how this develops first. We already have some plots filling in. It'll go a little slow because it's almost 8 p.m. and nighttime construction goes slower with the real-time mod on. But let's check in on other stuff in our city. Okay, so this is still full. It's fine. I thought that was red for a second, but it's just orange. We don't want any red warnings. That means that facilities get shut down, and as much as I wish a landfill could just get shut down and disappear, you can't actually do anything with it until it empties. Unless you want to get cheaty and use the move it tool to delete it. Alright. Nice, look at that. Hang on here for one sec. So just this area here seems to have handled about a third of our residential demand. There's some houses popping in. A little duplex. Right over here. The Pine residence. They're going to need services. We'll put those off the main road. We don't want to overspend, but we know that we're going to need, medical clinic for this northern area. In fact, how far away can we place it and have it still service? It's probably good. That way we can still have it service anything that's kind of around here. Do the same thing with fire. And police. Let's kind of zoom in here. And an elementary school. I'll place the elementary school a little closer. Let's make sure to get our power. Now they have power. Because we ran the poles right along the road, which is going to work out for us quite nicely. And there we go. We got Big Town. So now we have a solution for our landfills. What else did we get? IT cluster. Lots of policy options, including raising and lowering taxes in a more customized way. Educational blimps. Boosts education slightly. No cost. Interesting. I wonder if we can actually see those blimps. So let's immediately take a look and see how much an incineration plant is. It's 30,000. Let's place that right here on the other side of the road. Not over the trees. And let's go ahead and tell this facility that it can start emptying. I almost want to invest in a second incineration plant already over where our new landfill is over here and tell them both to start emptying, but one's 10%, one's 4%. The landfills aren't going anywhere. They literally aren't going anywhere. If we wanted to move them, we couldn't. So they're not hurting anything, though. I mean, aside from literally poisoning the earth, but we don't have anybody around that's going to complain about that. Maybe the people who work here, because these industrial buildings are not actually causing any pollution. What do we have here? That's industrial, but is it outside of the zone? It is. So they're not forestry, they're just straight up industrial. You know what? You're forestry because we did not approve this. We just expanded you trying to be nice and give some new jobs. Alright. So while we're at it up here, we still have this residential and commercial demand. We're going to need a little commercial strip here so that people can go and get food on their way to and from work. Chances are these guys are taking, well, they're only going to be able to take this road as their only way in and out from home right now. But they're either going to be coming down here to work in forestry or over here to work in ore. So they need to be able to stop and grab something to eat on the way to and from work. So let's see about maybe connecting this in a different way. This is going to be redone later. This is going to be the same double highway across the river eventually, because we're going to want to connect that up over on this side, I would imagine. It's an interesting little road. But for now, we don't really want to connect that, but we do want to go and bring down some commercial area here. Let's take that same 6-lane road, and let's start another intersection here. Let's give them a little bit of room off of the highway, and let's say bring a I think I just want to come straight off here and straight up here and then over. So what does that do right next to the school? I'm hoping this doesn't cause any traffic with the school being right there on that side of the road. It's probably fine. We'll put in a parking lot if we have to. But what I want to do here is actually have just a couple of roads in here that can have the commercial that we want to expand. And let's go ahead and check for water. We do need to bring that down and over. And we have this little bit here that needs water. There we go. Let's say we can actually start with some high density commercial. This might be an interesting place to start doing some high density throughout this area, and we can start with some high density right around the front here. Maybe a little low density in the back, that way if they want to take the back road they can shop in some of the standard shops that'll pop up in this area. But we'll start with some high density here. I don't want to cause any extra traffic on this road just yet. We may start popping some more in here. You know what? Actually, I'm okay with low density here. Fewer cars to and from the place when it's low density. So let's just allow that to be as it is. What is this district going to be called? We have Applegate, Portis Villa. This will be... it's a peninsula. We actually want this whole area here. In fact, probably the whole area down here. And up here on this side. No, you know what? We'll actually take this back. On this side. Let's make sure to get the rocks here. And the spot there. And this little island. Because we may put a park up here. Interesting. It looks like a vulture. The Sterling District. Let's leave that for now. It's actually really nice. This is going to be high value. Right now it already borders a lot of this high value land. And this is already not too bad. This is interesting down here. I don't know what makes this so profitable. The park? I guess. Profitable. Land value, rather. Alright. So we still have residential demand, so let's back here off this road. Let's take our same 2-lane with trees. Let's come back here along the coast. Let's say this is going to be a long habitable road. It's still going to get an intersection. In fact, we'll bring it in here, straight off of this. Oh, that's a one-way. Did not mean to select that one. We need to be back over here. I had scrolled over at some point. There we go. Let's bring our water down this way as well. Let's just cover both sides. In fact, let's just make sure it's still connected as we do this. This can come up and over. There we go. How's our water looking? Great water availability. We haven't had to build any yet because of the inlets and outlets that come with the map. But yeah, so now that we have this back road here, it connects on this side. I'm thinking that we can also have a few little nested neighborhoods back through here. If we come in a block, come over to where the road bends and bring it back up, bring it down into this area, kind of utilize this space, and bring it down to here. So it's going to kind of paint in this whole area here. We can actually utilize this little triangle here for a park at some point as well, which we do need to go on a campaign of plopping down parks eventually. We did put a few in for our initial residential areas, but we need to do some plazas here. That's the future goal for those neighborhoods. But we need to unlock a few things before we can actually do that, so in order to unlock the things, we need to get new people moving into our town, and for that we need residential areas. So now we have the high density residential that came along with our last level up. So let's go ahead and plop some high density here on the waterfront. In fact, let's let this whole district be high density. And while we're at it, actually, let's pause. High density may need better than just 2-lane road. Let's go ahead and make it a 4-lane with the trees. Change of plan, but still filling out the same shape. There we go. Districts look very messy now, so let's go ahead and paint them in with this. Alright, so now we have disconnected the power here from a couple of these places. Let's actually reroute it. Let's take these poles down. This is fine. Actually, let's bring it over to the other side. Let's paint it in over here. Cross the highway, come in behind this district, so that's all got power, and then cross over here. That'll be good for now. Let's take another look at this. Let's keep up the same. We have just a very, very little demand here for commercial, so let's put in some more low density commercial on this side. Oh yeah, those are the schools and such. Here's the school, but the fire department and police department. Let's just go ahead and allow commercial in these areas. So that'll take care of most of our commercial demand for a while. Let's get the rest of our high density residential here. We have some outlets here that will allow us to continue to develop in this area. Let's unpause now. We don't want to stay paused for too long, especially in this mode, because it takes forever. But also we don't necessarily want to play on complete fast forward. We're trying to chill and take it easy. Let's let that develop for a moment. Alright, so we've got some big apartments moving in. We've already got another 700 people have moved into our town. Let's take a look at what some of our needs are. Our garbage availability, pretty low. Nobody's complaining about us not picking up their garbage that I can see, but we may be getting there. We've got 50,000. I would say we can go ahead and afford another incineration plant for this side. Let's tell this to start emptying, because I'd like to get away from the landfills if we can. Maybe let's leave this one for now because we need the garbage trucks that it's using, and it's only 21% full. This one's emptying at 76% still. I'm wondering if it's emptying specifically across the street, or are you just emptying into this landfill? I guess it doesn't really matter. Eventually we're going to have to empty the other landfill as well, so... Oh, okay. These garbage trucks are having a little trouble getting in and out. I think... Yeah, they have a light. Let's try to help them and take out the light. Let's just see if that does the trick. Because otherwise we had a lot of people backing up, but that may have just solved the issue that fast. Who parks over here? Why, Dexter? Okay, so these cars are backing up, waiting for this light. Starting to get a little bit more traffic. It's 11 p.m. on a Wednesday. Interesting time for all this traffic. Let's say no light there either. Like a busy marketplace. Everybody just go whichever way. And we will need a better solution eventually for this. Let's watch it for a moment. Okay, this is backed up, lining all the way up to this intersection. So I think the real test here is just taking out these lights and seeing what's gonna happen. Okay, so you are probably waiting to turn. Why are you still sitting there? I thought we got rid of the lights. Do they keep coming back? Do we have to turn off the tool before we exit the mod? Okay, they haven't come back yet. I'm thinking that this is going to alleviate a lot of this backup slowly. Once they're all actually out, I don't think it'll back up like this again. Could also try something different. Instead of just cheesing it with taking out the lights, we could... Which one is it? We could say that these two lanes have priority, these two sides have to yield to them. Let's do the same thing down here. Though I do think that our garbage service should probably have free reign to come and go as quickly as possible, so we won't do anything here, but we'll put the same restrictions on this intersection. People coming up and down here will need to yield. People going left to right here will have priority. And then on down this road, this intersection here, let's take out their light. Let's do the same thing here. This main road has priority. And as our town gets busier further down here, we may have to do the same thing. Yeah, like this intersection here. No lights. Priority here and here. Yield here and here. Let's see if that clears up. Now, a lot of people want to go up and down here, though. Interesting. Ooh, that's way backed up. I just have one conduit, one main road. This is the main road bending here. So for this one, I want to say priority for those two. That one yields. It's still not freeing up. What's your deal? Now you're going? I mean, we told you you had priority, right? Yeah. But I guess you're turning, and the oncoming cars also have priority. Are you all turning? I gotta see this. All those purples. Wanting to make a left turn into this neighborhood. But they must have come from this block, because otherwise they could have turned into the neighborhood back here. But they're not doing that. We don't have one-ways back here. At least I would be super surprised if we did. No, these are not one-ways. I think that what this tells me is that we need more options for pedestrians. Or we're starting to get to the point where we need public transportation. One or the other. Yeah, look how clear the industrial roads are back here. Meanwhile, everything's backing up on this side. If you... Okay. Here's something else that we're going to do. Starting back here, middle lane is for turning only. That way, if people are going straight, they need to be in one of these two lanes. In fact, middle lane only goes straight, right lane turns. Similarly, you turn only, you go straight, and you turn. Okay, so let's do that at each one of these intersections on the main road. You turn. You go straight. You turn. You can turn here. You turn into this first lane. You go straight. Perfect. Next intersection. This one. You turn into the first available. You turn into that first available one. You can only go straight across. You can only go straight across. Though it does consider that to be a turn, we can see what we've told it to do here. So the paint, because of the crook in the street, the paint makes it look like it's a right turn, but yeah, they're making it across. You have to turn here. What are you doing, truck? Holy cow. We do have some chaos allowed with the real-time mod. Is it real-time or is it traffic precedent? It might be traffic precedent mod. It allows for some drivers who just really do whatever they want to do. So this lane can turn out, and I want them to turn into the first available lanes. This lane must turn right. This lane must turn left. Those go straight across. Okay, that looks good. This one, U-turn, and U-turn. Turn. To everything. Turn, turn, turn. Okay. Those guys go straight. Straight wasn't an option here, yeah. Okay, we're good. We're almost done with these lanes. This one may not need it as much because it's just this first intersection. But you know what? We might as well tell it. That may also be unnecessary. I think we did the last intersection without doing the stretch across because that just kind of is. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, we took it off. That lane can only go straight anyway. So we have that and that turn. And then that goes straight across. These go wherever they need to go. Alright, now let's take a look at... It is almost 5 a.m., so it is overnight, so traffic would have died down naturally anyway. But let's take a look at how some of this is behaving now. We do have some backup on the top and bottom. They're yielding. Turn out here. That truck that turned out. One sec, let's grab it. Where are you going? You're coming all the way down and around here. Why don't you turn here? You know what? Doesn't really matter, I guess. I just wanted to make sure he wasn't going all the way around to get to the interstate when he could have just come out over here to this other side. Anyway, yeah, we were taking a look at the traffic here. Now it is still getting backed up in the neighborhood here. I'm trying to turn out. I'm crossing over. Just some of them are crossing over. This row of cars. Did they really wait that long? Maybe instead of using yield, we use stop? Let's watch them. That's a couple out. A car coming. Causes some hesitation. I wonder what'll happen if I tell them the junction restrictions that it's okay to pull out into the intersection in any direction. What's that gonna do? Probably nothing because they're still yielding. I don't know if I like how long that takes. I wonder if this could still benefit from a light after all of that. Maybe the light will be fine now that we've implemented our turning lanes. Let's turn the light back on. Let's see what happens. And let's change. Okay, yeah, the light did away with those. Okay. Okay, so back here, let's turn off this light. See how many people get let out by the light. Quite a few more. How many build up on the main road while the light's going? Not too many. I think we're good to use... to use lights. Let's turn the lights back on and not use the yield method. We didn't use yield here. We don't want a light there. We just want the garbage trucks to pull out. But let's turn the lights back on. And it's gotten way backed up. Let's turn the light back on here too. And let's check our lanes. Yeah, so the lanes still stayed prioritized the way that we had them. That's perfect. Let's turn off traffic lights if we have them on any of these back intersections. So they were off there already. Just checking this back road all the way down. There's a light here. Let's turn that off. Not there. Turned that one off already. Just kind of combing this whole area, turn that one off. Okay, so I can only hope that that will improve things. Now let's take a look. We did all of that just based off of our own instinct for what traffic saw on the road without even looking at this diagram. But yeah, just as I was suspecting back here, this is all backed up. This is still getting backed up back here on this crook. What's going on here? Why are they stopping? Let's say, similarly to earlier, you have priority over there. You just have a stop sign. Oh, you're still not wanting to pull out. Why are you stopping? I feel like this is a glitch. There's no reason for them to stop. Can we tell them it's okay to pull out into the intersection? I guess that fixed it. And instead of the stop that we put on them, let's tell them it's a yield. They can just turn out if they are free to. Okay, they have a gap here. How many are going to come out? Gonna go. No, we stopped for a kid on a bike. Good job. Anymore. Looking past all these cars that are parked here, looking for cars that are lined up. I think we've cleared up a lot of our traffic lines. That's great. Now what are these troubles we're having here? What's your issue? Low land value. Compared to whom? You're okay. I guess not. Low is white. Let's raise your land value. Let's get some leisure in here. We've got 100,000 saved up. Let's put in some nice parks and plazas. We'll do some pre-made ones. You know, we can go for a Japanese garden. Let's actually place one here on the corner. Spruce up that area a little bit. I know that we want to do some parks back over here. Let's take a small playground. Let's place this. This is our industrial area. We don't want kids playing in a playground near that, but you know what? Over here across the street will be fine. It'll be fine. Then we have park with trees. That's a big one. Let's actually look at placing that over here. Yeah, we'll demolish a few houses, but we'll use up some of that central area that we have. That should do a lot for this area. Watch all that blue come in. What else do we have? This is a large playground. Could use one of those down here. How are you so without power? Electricity availability is green. It's just one of those weird brownouts that we get. Connected to the power grid on this side and all the way down through here. Let's just invest in yet another wind turbine. Fill up our river with wind turbines. Is there a fire? Yep. Do we have... Yeah, we have good fire coverage. Here they come. Stopped in the middle of the intersection. Alright, so this one's empty. Let's go ahead and destroy it. I guess you guys worked at the landfill. Sorry about that. You can work at the incineration plant now. How are we doing up here? You still have garbage problems? I guess it is kind of hard to get up here. Let's give you... Well, it's kind of direct, but let's just give you... a road. What's that doing? It's coming out and going up some. No, we don't want that. I was just thinking that maybe we could take the road. We just did a little 2-lane. Oh, hey, small city. 9,500. Let's take a look at this first. So we have monorail now. That might be interesting. We do need to get people back and forth through our city. We do have kind of a long city. Maybe I'll play with monorail. Cargo trains, that'll be great. Lots of train stations. We could build our own dam now if we wanted to. Excellent. Okay, let's take a 2-lane road down here, underground, at the steepness that it will allow. Can I come out? Out. At what level can I actually safely come down? You know what? We're gonna have to come down and across. Sloping down the hill, which is fine. This looks normal. We can rebuild the power lines if we can actually build this. There we go. And let's connect the power again before we forget. Across the road. Go up. Okay. Unpause. This weird guy had to hold the line up above the road. So what I'm thinking here is that some trucks can come straight off of the highway if they need to. It's just a quick bypass instead of having to come up here. I don't know if it's really going to make that much of a difference, but the garbage trucks could also come straight up. Does it matter? I still don't know why they get, like, so far away and have to turn around, but... better than them having to go out of town. Yeah, look. Just a turnaround. Okay. Where did you... Can I see where you came from? Hey, hey! How's it going? Sorry, I missed that message. It's been like 3 minutes. Intently focused on the traffic, you can see. Let's see where this guy came from. I can only see where he's going. Why didn't he turn... I could swear he came from here. Why didn't he turn left and go up the hill? There he goes. Oh well. We're good. Okay, so we have a railroad track over here. And one thing I'm immediately thinking is that all of this ore could go somewhere. This game is really fun. It is of course, you know, simulation. It's what you make of it, but oh, this guy is without power. The mods really make this game. If you get it on Steam and take a look at all of the different mods you can get, and not just like mods that break the game, but like this game was made to be this sort of whiteboard that you could get little tweaks here and there. I mean, if you really like, you know, model cities and stuff, you can even get the individual little, you know, houses and buildings. But if you don't care to go down to that level, then the overall simulation of this thing is fascinating. Even down to like the little people, like here. Let's grab this person. Jeremy Young. Jeremy Young is living at the Holly residence. He's an elementary school student. And we could just follow Jeremy for a little bit. But yeah, they like live their lives and actually live and die in the city. At least I think they die. They can become old. I know that. Oh hey, he went to school. He's an uneducated child. Oh, neat. Check out our high-density residential that's moved in over here. These are really spiffy-looking apartment buildings on the coast. And how did the land actually end up looking back here? I don't know if I'd trust this sloped parking back here by the river, but our last city had something very similar. These little cul-de-sacs here. I think that these guys could use some parks. We just gave our other side some leisure. And we haven't done an actual park yet. There's some castle ruins in the other part of the city, but you actually have to almost dedicate a whole episode, or at least a half an episode, to plotting out an entire park. That's a whole expansion unto itself. So let's see what that one park does for our leisure in this area. They're already less red. Garbage pickup. That person is worried about garbage. Let's place another park over here. And let me take a look at... It's green. The garbage trucks can get wherever they want, but the processing status is very low. We need yet another incineration plant. We can keep them in central areas. Just trying to think. If this actually might be the best place to place a second incineration plant, because the garbage truck can come down here, get on the highway, and then make its way up to this side of the city. And eventually this will be a faster road. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's put another incineration plant in here. Just have even more garbage trucks. Yep, there they go. Right onto Terry Thompson Street. Lots of trucks bringing the ore to the interstate to ship it out of town. We have trains now. So we have monorail, which we could bring... That would be a project, but we could bring a monorail down this main strip here with stops along the way, and maybe even to the middle of a highway and bring it all the way down. Ooh, that's a really... I like that idea. But also trains would not be very difficult to implement, at least not right here off of this main train line. We can have a facility that loads cargo trains to come and go, and we can actually do it like right here at the base of the hill. And then maybe give them a road that comes down the side of this hill here. Maybe circles back around to over here, eventually filling in this area. Judging from the lighter green grass here, I'm guessing that's farmland. Yeah, this yellow here means the fertile land. That could be farm. This is oil. Do we want to just break this down into a big industrial, like, county? Farm or oil? Maybe. And then everything they make can be trucked over to the train facility, which is right there in their backyard. I kind of have dollar signs in my eyes now from all this. So, yeah, okay. Let's see. Trains. Cargo train terminal, train station, multi-platform. Those are for commuter trains. Just want to see what other options are here. I have some modded train stations in. Terminus station. Yeah, most of these are commuter train stations. Double track cargo station. Costs 75,000, so that's half of the money that we have right now. But if this actually functions for 2 trains at a time, that would be awesome. So we would need to have a road for them to load off of. For this, let's take a... Oh, we could just use the industry road, or we could use a road with trees down the middle. Let's do that. Let's say as you get away from the industry, it's at least a nice little drive to the place where you're going to unload Okay, let's see. Do we want them to unload on the left or the right? We want them to pull up, unload, and then curve out and leave. So we will have them pull up here. Let's give them a straight road. Let's actually back up a little bit, because we may have them actually come under the train track as they leave. Okay, let's give like 3 blocks here straight. And I think we'll actually keep going straight for a bit. Because if we do a road, it's going to be kind of tough to finagle it here, but we may come off of this road and then down around this hill, watching this train track, if not crossing under it or something, to connect over here somewhere. But what we actually want to do is have them come all the way down and around and then connect, turn, and then head up this road to unload into a train station right here. We want the trucks to be headed down one side of the road and not cross over each other, so that they all flow in and out. And I have it all in my head how it's going to look, so I'm hoping that we can actually pull it off. Until we connect that back road, let's at least connect this road. Yeesh, okay. Let's take it... We will prioritize that back road immediately after, but let's take it off of this intersection. Let's give it a curve. Back over here. And you go over here. So let's say out and over. A little bumpy here. We straighten that out. There we go. So this is a very long trip, but it'll still be shorter than them taking the interstate to go drop off their cargo. Let's go ahead and place the train station and then plan around it. Okay, so it goes right alongside the road here. We'll place it right there. It's going to need water, which we have some water close by. It's going to need electricity. Let's pause for a second. Let me take a 2-lane road. Yeesh. It's gonna be tricky. Let's start a 2-lane road right here. Curve it. Under the hill. And then bring it up. Slope too steep. Let's bring it up straight. What does that do? Oh, it's not terrible. It goes under the hill. Under the train track. Okay, so then let's do something very similar here. Using a curve. Let's bring the road in and around. Under the train track here. Let's go straight. And then curve to meet that road. So much shorter. What they can do now is they can take anything that they're picking up from here off the top of Orsum Wells, and bring it down the hill and around directly over to the train station. It's just difficult working around these hills sometimes because you can't come straight down a slope. I mean, look how that turned out over here for this little off outlet. In fact, while I'm looking at this, we can use our Move It tool to fix this hump. Can we just select it? There we go. If I page down that, no, it doesn't want to behave. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, so now, the reason I wanted to go ahead and do that road is because I think I can follow it nicely with some electrical lines. Let's see. Or we could probably just run it. No. Just like a road, it would be weird to run the electrical line right off the hill. Let's take this down, over. I guess that can cross the railroad track without being weird. I don't know, I don't like how that looks. Let's place one only. Let's watch it. Page up. Page down. There we go. Bring it in, bring it under. Is that under? Yeah, that's under. And then over. And ultimately across. Okay, now we can unpause. Our train station has power. Now we need to connect the train lines. I think we're just going to go ahead and allow them to have a double. We need to make like a V shape for both sides. Maybe we'll have them merge, but this will just allow two trains to come in and park. And then they'll go back out the way they came, either left or to the right. Train tracks are a little bit more finicky. Than roads. Let's see, if I go straight 2 blocks, can this one merge in? It can. Perfect. I think. I don't think it'll be too long. In fact, you know what? Let's not take any chances. Let's go straight. And then we'll have them merge. Actually, we'll have them merge on this last block. Merging. Great, I guess. Are we on Anarchy? I think we're on Anarchy. Can we do that without? Not really. Also, they cross over weird here. I think that... Oh, that allows them to cross over if they want to. Let's say... this one comes out a bit. Curve here. And then I bet we can What's that do? That actually works? No way. We don't have anarchy on. Can't really tell because I have the chirper little tweet guy gone, but you know what, before we do this, before we even mess with this second side here, let's just go ahead and get the V shape going. We know we're going to want to curve it up and over, merging over here. Let's go up a little more first. Let's look at that. Train goes up, ramps up, over, merges on perfect. And then we want it to split pretty much from here over to here somewhere. Anywhere that's blue. There we go. So that does the same thing. So in that case, we can have this come out and then back and merge. And I bet we could pull it in without looking too weird. It just needs to merge in here. Come on, don't look weird. What a grim sounding song. Okay. Sort of okay. Do I like that? I don't think I like that. Let's leave that one. Take that out, that out. Let's just bring you in. I mean, I know that we wouldn't normally be able to do this in vanilla. The move it tool. Yeah, I don't like how they like override each other's train track bits. I think that'll work though. That, and then bring the curve in. Okay, now let's connect that. I'm actually willing to live with this, as long as the trains function. That doesn't look terrible, right? They join, but they will route appropriately. Maybe we'll cover this with some trees later or something. Or you know what? Actually, we need to get this road up and over and back out again. Let's make a little bridge that kind of covers up our shame. And by shame, I mean functioning railroad track. Let's grab that road. Let's bring it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 will work. Let me see here. There we go. I want to make sure that I have anarchy off. So that bridge, is that too low? No, it actually looks like as low as it should possibly be. I guess I'll come up one more. Page up, one more. And we will have a bridge come across. Stop. This road needs to come up to here essentially. Let's bring a curve in, straight up there. I want it to be curvier. How do we want to do that? Come from the other direction, that's how. Out, and then down. 5. Oh, we already have people bringing cargo in. And this side. Out. Down. Nice. So this is going to have to do a weird to connect, but I'm okay with a little weird, and then we can smooth it out a little bit with the move it tool. Just don't want to pull the road away from the train station. Okay, that looks okay. They're gonna be U-turning. Sorry guys, you don't have a road yet. This is how we want this to go. Yeah, because we want them to drop off on the right. I'm worried though that if we bring it back to an intersection right here that they'll cross the road when we have like a line of trucks. Is that a problem? Let's allow it for now, and then if it starts to look like they're backing up, I'll actually just bring that over. If it starts to look like trucks are backing up on this road waiting to turn out, or vice versa, backing up here waiting to get in, then we will explore another option. Is this a light here? Yeah, no lights. Not way back here. Especially with such little traffic right now. I mean, we are getting people. Oh, hey, a train! It's our first train. Where are you headed? Headed to Verville. And there it goes. So the 2 tracks may be unnecessary. I don't know. I think it just lets us have double trains if we have enough product coming in. I mean, it just generates a train and shoots it out. Just thinking. I guess if we have enough product being brought in, then it could generate 2 trains and then shoot them out one right after the other. I wonder if we have anyone using this other little road. Anyone? Maybe? Let's check. Anyone planning to come down this road? No one's planning to take this road yet. That's fine, I just wanted to give them the option. And now we have the ability for some things to be shipped out, and we have a lot more land here for industry for farming, and then they can also pull up over here and ship out via train. We're probably also going to see some of our lumber industry starting to try to truck stuff over to the train station. So we should go ahead and upgrade this road soon as well. Let's go ahead and do that and make that the last thing that we do for today. What we'll want to do is take 2 of the 3-lane highways and kind of duplicate this road down through here, and I think we may bring it down, maybe even split it up. Ooh, now that I'm looking at it, maybe even replacing this road with highway all the way up to this point, just to give them a much faster road, and then this one would come down to a bridge that would cross this river and eventually meet up with this really cool, almost a national park looking highway junction right here. I don't want to do too much to this. I kind of really like how this looks, so I may just bring the highway in from up here and have it go in either direction, or just kind of connect to this the same way that these 2 are. Yeah, okay, I kind of like that. Okay, so what we'll want to do though, because this is really going to disrupt things, is we'll go ahead and pause for a moment, and we will prep this. Let's take these out, and let's take everything out. Sorry guys. Okay, and this side road here, we'll give it an on and off from the highway as well. Okay, so we know we want to bring it down to here, probably crossing in front of this and splitting off in this direction. So we'll leave this segment and we'll take those 2 out. Okay, now let's grab our 3-lane highway. What's the difference here? That's a 4-lane. Okay, we'll use the 3-lane. And we will use our parallel tool. Let's see if we can get this right. distance. Let's guess a number and then see how it looks. 40 looks like it's a little too much. 36. 36 is also maybe a little too much. 32. 32 looks spot on. So I'm going to go with 32. Let's curve down. Back up and then down again. Let's try to use the freeform road. I'm not too great with it, but I need to practice. So out, down with a bridge. Back up. Ooh, no, we don't want to go that sharp. So here's where we're probably actually going to want to do a three-way split. So then let's just plan to take the other highway down this way. Let's use a normal curve. Out and down. We don't have to make the bridge yet. That's going to be crazy expensive, so let's just bring it out here to nowhere. And we will need to reverse the directions. Let's turn off the parallel tool. Let's right-click to reverse it. Put my thing down and flip it and reverse it. Where's... It doesn't want to reverse it. Can I anarchy reverse it? I can. Haha. What is this? You know what? We'll just connect it on our own. Straight. There you go. Okay. So we'll do a three-way split here. Now, we were looking at them earlier. Let's just kind of pick through them again, since they don't have great icons for these mod or custom designed pieces. What's this? Is this? No, that's rails. Show that we got a three-way in here somewhere. I tended to collect four-way paths for the longest time. Oh, okay, here we go. It's ginormous. You know, it's a good shape, though. Let's use it. Alright, I need to cut out that, about that much. Okay, so we came in a little too far here. We get our money back as long as we construct while we're paused, so no harm, no foul. Kinda. Let's also take out the power lines, and keep in mind that we need to reconnect them. Oof, okay. Let's place this near here. Okay, we're down to 50,000. And, ooh, right click, let's get rid of that, okay. Let's aim these together. Marquee. Can we bend these in such a way it's not too gaudy? No, that actually looks kind of good. Kinda. Let's connect them straight, and then maybe we can straighten them out just a little bit more. Let's go straight across. Come back this way. Okay, yeah, we can see it just bubbles a little bit right here, which we can even out with a little bit of a bend to this curve. We can grab it. There we go. Bring you back down just a little bit. Bring you in. Down. Kinda. And up. Yeah. Alright, so these go in the directions that we want. Let's go ahead and have this terminate with the little guy, yeah, with this, from this direction. So let's say it comes off here. We'll connect here, here. And then this road, we'll actually leave it for now. We can make it the highway, but I'm looking at my money and I'm watching it disappear so quickly. So let's reconnect this. And let's connect this to an intersection if we can. Please. Maybe straight. And then upgrade you just so you look right. Comes down to one lane though. You know, I'm okay with that. These guys need to kind of like line up single file. We can maybe convert it if we get a whole lot of traffic. But they should all just be headed down to the train station, so they shouldn't need multiple lanes to pass each other or things like that. They all travel at the same speed. Alright, so these are all connected. Let's just look for these flashing lines here. So we have the electrical lines that need to reconnect. You need to cross the road here. Okay, you're good. We need another. Well, let's go ahead and fix this highway. Let's grab our marquee, grab these nodes, and move them over. So we got a little bit of a bump here. I just don't like how when you move the curve, they get these little bumps. There we go. I think that's better. Okay, now we'll connect them just straight. Oh, turn off the move it tool. This needs to be going this way, this needs to be going this way, which means this needs to be reversed. We can do that with our upgrade tool by right-clicking. And we're not going to cross just yet, so what we'll do is we will have these just kind of connect to each other like that, and they can U-turn if they accidentally come down this way, which they shouldn't. So I'm just kind of looking at this and how this behaves. And if somebody's headed, like let's say from down here up to the right, they have to go from a 3-lane highway. They have the option to go left on a 3-lane highway, but not to the right. They have to take this like single lane highway. Can we? This may be a mistake, but let's try to upgrade these. Okay, already I can see that using anarchy makes them kind of overlap each other a little. Yeah, they overlap right here, so I can pull it out some. Let's just go ahead and upgrade these, and then use our Move It tool to clean them up a little bit, and then that'll be our last project for the evening. And then we'll reconnect this as well. Yes, Move It tool. Yeah, each one of these places, keep leaving the marquee on. Just needs to have this node pulled out. I believe that's gonna do it. I mean, they'll probably slow down for these turns, but that's not too bad. Really? Okay. Wibbly wobbly. So this isn't the most elegant. That just kind of goes without too much hassle. Wish it was prettier. But I will look in the workshop for a few options that may be better, and we can maybe stamp it in over this in the future. so let's connect it back up where we need to here. We need to bring the power line over again. Let's bring it down to the middle. Actually, let's make sure we have anarchy off. Bring it across. At some point it should allow. There we go. And back over here. Good enough. And let's connect our road. So this road, if they're coming from here, they split to the right, they go that way, they get off. Is that good enough? Go this way. No, we'll have them have both options. If they want to get off here and go up there, they can. If they want to get off here, they should split to the left here and then exit. And if they want to get back on, they can come down here and get on. We'll have an on and an off ramp here. Maybe I'll do a traffic circle later as well. I'm not too keen on just having on and off ramp. I feel like something would be missing. Let's take that out. Let's go ahead and the curved road. Take our two-way highway straight out and curve down to here and then down to here. And this will be off and on. Alright, let's unpause. Let's watch this for a moment. See if people can get where they want to go. These guys just happen to be on the road, so they're going to take a long trip to a U-turn. One thing we don't have, people have to really pre-plan their trip. We can't have anybody that's like on the highway getting turned around. Traffic circles allow for people to get off on the circle, go around to get back off and take a U-turn if they want. This has no U-turn options. If you take a split to the right, you're all the way over here. Like let's say if you're coming from down here in this southern area, you take a split to the right, you're all the way up here before you can do anything. If you need to turn around and go back, you have to come over here, then you'd have to get on here, and you'd have to U-turn here and come back down. I'm not crazy about this. I wanted to try one of Timbo's junctions, and this does split the highway in 3 directions, but I don't think I like that. I think it needs to have some sort of cloverleaf, some sort of roundabout option in it. So we'll redo this next time. But looking at it right now, we have lots of trucks getting off here. Do we have anybody going right to load stuff onto trains? We do. Is this lumber? It looks like it's lumber. It's a forestry truck from all the way across town. Coming down here, they're pulling in. We got trains coming to deliver stuff too. The donut van. You know what? And with that, I think we'll call it an evening. We'll follow the donut van back to town. In fact, we will be the donut van. Alright everybody, thanks for joining me. I'll be back on Wednesday with some more Factorio, and then we'll be back again next Monday with more City Skylines, unless I have a bonus stream in between now and then. But don't forget to give me a follow if you want to be notified when I'm on next, and if you want to check out any of the previous episodes, I've got them both on my Twitch channel and over on my YouTube channel, so check them out there. And thanks for joining me this evening, and until next time, have a good evening. Hot Dog Harold's a madman.